this week coming up because the week afterwards Thanksgiving and I just get to sleep the whole time. I'm gonna hibernate.
Dude, I can't wait till Thanksgiving.
Yes, me too.
I get to work again, and most people are like, "Oh, you gotta work? Oh, that's terrible." I'm running low on money. Ooh, I need more money. I kind of like my. Oh, damn it.
I don't get the saying more money, more problems. To me, I feel like it's vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, there's a certain point where if you have too much money, it can be problematic, but, like, that's your own fault. There's ways to solve those problems. There's lawyers and accountants and, excuse me,
$1 billion
stockbrokers.
sports cars. Just,
yeah.
Just go buy 12 of them, you're good.
Yeah, like, I don't know. If you're poor, that's, like, an actual problem, because that's life or death at that point. Actually, we can talk about another thing that's in the entertainment and the arts. Right now, we're watching a play. Actually, we're watching a movie rendition of a play. Some people like it. I don't.
I don't either.
I didn't enjoy it. I don't really like the story at all. And it's called Macbeth. Eventually, everybody will have to deal with Macbeth in high school. If you've already read it, I'm sorry. If you haven't read it yet, I'm sorry, but you will. If you can avoid it at all, do so. It's not that good of a story. And our teacher, who we talked about before, let's call her Miss E. Miss E is not a very good teacher. She kind of thinks that it's better to be just friends with all the students than to actually be a teacher. And it's kind of annoying. She does a very piss poor job, in my opinion.
Like, that whole movie is just about greed.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he just wants more and more, and then his wife or whatever she is tricks him.
His wife is a bitch.
Yeah, and he's kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
For even listening to her. And
he's a dumb pussy.
Yeah. And then he gets himself killed.
Yeah.
Whole movie right there.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing starts off with, like, these witches who tell the prophecy that, you know, Macbeth is going to be the king, but his best friend is going to begat a line of kings, you know. His kids will be the actual rulers of Scotland forevermore. And it's just, like, done meh. It's just not an interesting story. I never liked Shakespeare. Do you like Shakespeare?
No. No.
Does anyone who doesn't have an English major like Shakespeare?
Literally, okay, so I was in credit recovery last year, and we were doing Shakespeare. Didn't read a single thing of Shakespeare. I skipped through all of it. I watched YouTube videos the whole time. I got 100 on every single one of those little quizzes just because it was so predictable. All you need to know is that they kill each other, or they kill themselves, and that's it.
Yeah, it seems
for
like,
love.
It seems like most of the deaths throughout Shakespeare are through suicide or through backstabbing.
Because, like, apparently back then that was like gasp! I can't believe that happened. Just huge surprise for however I could have predicted.
They were a bunch of drunken idiots. After all,
that's true.
We are talking about the population of Victorian England in the 1600s. They barely knew how to brush their own teeth.
Yeah, and everybody liked the fat people because they're the ones who were rich and they ate the most.
Yeah. And then you get gout. Yay! The rich man's disease.
What else can we talk about?
I don't know. I kind of always found that a little stupid. If you ever pay attention to Bitcoin, the price of that, like, doubled in a week, and then it fell by $100.
Is it back down already?
It's at 330 right now.
Oh.
So, if you wanted to invest in Bitcoin, or you had some Bitcoin that you wanted to sell and you hadn't, you're a fucking idiot. It doubled in price. So many people made money. And there are actually a bunch of exit scams on the darknet. We'll save that, the darknet, for another podcast.
I'm doing the stock market thing in economics. I fucked myself so bad by listening to people. Oh my god. I don't know. I wasn't thinking at all.
Never listen to other people.
They told me to invest in Krispy Kreme. It's still fucking falling. It's still. I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna stop, but maybe go up in one of these days. Nope. Put me in fucking dead last. And then I typed in best people or best stocks to invest in before Christmas. I invested in BKE, Buckle, fucked me so bad. It's still going down. I traded both of them as soon as I could before I could get fucked any worse. Now I have to worry about selling short. So what I'm gonna do, the stock markets that are constantly going up, I'm gonna just invest in those and sell them within an hour, because I need to make my profits back, because I'm in 52nd place right now,
Oh wow!
and I am so
How
pissed.
many people are taking this in the class?
92 people.
Oh god!
I am so pissed. I was doing so good at first until they're like, yeah, they're opening more up. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't even think about this. This project only lasts 2 months. It would be smart to invest it in the long run. Like maybe in the next year, I would eventually make my profits back. But we're doing this project in literally about a month. So I have to. The best way to win is just selling short. And I didn't really know much about the stock market. I had a basic idea, but ever since I learned from my mistakes, so now I know what I have to do. But it's just pissing me off. I hate losing.
So is this based off real stocks?
It's real-time stocks,
Okay,
yeah.
real-time stocks.
And I'm so mad. They're like, yeah, they're opening more Krispy Kremes up. Invest in it. No. Horrible idea. Don't invest in Krispy Kreme or BKE. The best ones to invest in, and the ones to stay in, eBay, UPS.
I imagine Amazon gets a lot
I
better.
was going to do Amazon, but it's really expensive. It's like $120 per share.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so.
Actually, YouTube, their stock prices usually
It's
higher.
along with Google now,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, still, Google stock prices, they usually go up in the around October to January due to more searches.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a cheat. Look at the trends. Don't ever, trends are okay to look at it, but also do some research behind it, like see what the company's doing currently. But the best ones to do, think about what happens during Christmas. Like, what are the things people like? Hasbro, I invested in Hasbro because every kid's going to get little toys by Christmas, so I invested a good amount in
Their
it.
sales are going to increase.
Yeah. So trends, and look at the year, the 5-year trend. Don't look at just okay, June it was going up, so maybe in May it's going to go up. No. You want to look at for
years.
a long time.
And that's similar to what my mom does at her job. What my mom does is that she forecasts calls for companies, and she basically has to predict how many people they need on the phones to answer all the questions that would be happening. You don't want to be understaffed, because then you screw up all the process, and then people are on hold for 10, 15 minutes at a time. You don't want to overstaff, because you're wasting money at that point.
What job is that called?
I don't even know.
And she works all the way up in Austin?
Dallas.
Dallas.
But she's been doing that for the last 10 years.
Is she ever
for
here?
different companies.
Is she ever here?
She used to be on the weekends, but since there's no more football games that she has to go to, or that she chose to go to, I should say, I wouldn't have watched me.
Same. That was the same me in freshman year. Look, there's my son. Where? The one on the sidelines. Hey, that was me so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I always hated when my parents were like, Raymond, look up at the stands. Like, no,
Just
fuck
fuck
off.
you.
Fuck off. I'm trying to watch the damn game.
I hated that shit, yeah. I understood that.
Oh, you fuckers.
The only sport I really enjoyed playing as a kid was soccer.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, because I played and I was good at it. Well, at the time, every one of my teammates sucked. I was the best one.
Yeah.
It made me feel good, but I was always one scoring goals, and I was in that stupid ass, that FFPS soccer. No, it was non-competitive soccer. You know how stupid that was? Dumbest thing I've ever had in my life.
Non-competitive soccer?
No scores were ever kept. None. But everybody else, we all kept scores. I hated that so much, but I would always truck people and slide tackle people just because I could. Because they didn't yellow card or anything, so I would fucking truck people for the ball and everything. And then my favorite position was goalie, just because no one else on the team knew how to play goalie. Annie Wallach was on my team. I remember that shit. She was really small, really, really small, even in elementary school. I remember she was
a midget,
2 feet high. It was.
Something that I wanted to talk about last week, but sadly we weren't able to get the podcast done, was last Friday, or the week before last, I should say. It was our last football game. My last time ever playing varsity football. And I'm going to be honest, at the end of the game, which we terribly lost, 48-0 to the number one team in the district and probably in the region. They're 11-0 right now. I cried like a bitch, and a bunch of people on the team just started crying. They felt in like a good way, like holy shit, it's been such a crazy ride, and I never thought I would have that experience.
And it just sucks to like see things come to an end.
Yeah, our head coach resigned.
I thought he got fired.
No, he's resigned.
And he didn't even tell you guys, huh?
He did it after the fact.
Okay.
He's not a part of the program anymore. Why would he tell us?
Well, like I thought
He doesn't work at the school anymore.
Because I heard I heard kids talking about it, and they were like asking, "Hey, did he quit or did he get fired?" And like
No,
I don't know. Like no one knew. I was like,
he
did he not?
technically quit. He resigned.
But like he told y'all afterwards. He didn't even like say, "Hey, heads up, guys, I'm not gonna be working here soon."
The way he was talking, he basically alluded that he was going to have his contract renewed again for another year. Not a chance in hell. He knew what was real, and you could see it in his eyes that he was scared that he was going to lose his job. So instead of letting his contract run out, which is a very sad thing to happen, he just resigned.
Is his son still the starting quarterback?
Yes. Well, we'll be getting a new coach, and let's face it, Sam Smith, I'm going to say his name because everyone deserves to hear it. If you live in Texas and you have a new coach, his name is Sam Smith, and he has a kid who will be a senior named Will Smith, you need to complain immediately to whoever's the head of the athletic department of your district, because he is a terrible coach and he believes in nepotism. He will play his son over better players.
Yep.
He is a disgrace to the name of football.
And was he ever there for practice? Like I always heard, like he wasn't really
only for varsity practices.
And did he like actually coach, or was he just kind of sitting there?
He only coached his son, pretty much. That's all he did, was he would coach the quarterbacks, even though his role as a coach was to be a coach to everybody.
Yeah.
But he only focused on his son, and it was very obvious. Everyone got the sense of,
are colleges even looking at his son?
No. His elder son, Sam Smith III, he was a walk-on. I don't even know if he's still playing.
He was a walk-on?
Yeah.
Wow. But see, like that's the only reason why I would even see him.
At a party school too.
A&M?
Nope.
Tech?
Nope.
U of H?
Sam Houston.
Oh. That's not even a college. I've never hear about that school ever.
It's a party school.
Yeah, like my aunt went there. That's the only time I've ever hear about it. But other than that, like I never hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I go to Sam Houston." Where? Oh yeah, that's
you know when you're traveling down that buttfuck highway up to like Huntsville,
and you can see that big white guy.
And there's just a giant statue. Yeah, that's my college. Oh. You mean the one right near the Texas State Penitentiary? Yeah.
Yeah, that one actually. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh man. But like, see, I don't even know why like he would have his son play like starting like the college. If colleges aren't even looking at it, we might as well just make a focus on school. Football obviously may not be his thing.
Yeah.
Unless he's just playing for fun, but
well, no, I mean they both obviously enjoy the sport.
Yeah, but
they're just not. They're not where they should be.
Exactly.
I think both of the Smiths, the ones that have played in the last few years, I think they would have made really great defensive players. And actually, when Will played in intermediate school, and he still played a little bit in freshman year, he played safety. He was starting safety. He was really good at it. You know, he could keep his coverages. He was able to block passes and shit like that. And then he goes up to sophomore year, and he's a starting varsity quarterback at like 150 pounds, at like 5'11". I mean,
sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Oh my god! And you could just tell by the way he talked that he's just all full of himself. Like, oh yeah, I'm the fucking quarterback. Yeah, none of you are as good as me. And I prayed, and I don't even believe in like any god, but I just hoped. Just it was more of just self-service to myself, like masturbating.
Yeah,
I was just just thinking like, I hope someone like really big, really tough, like a really great defensive lineman just sacks him and destroys his back. Just because of how weak and small this kid was. I just wanted him to get destroyed, so they had to play the backup quarterback who was better than him.
Yeah, someone who should actually deserve to play.
Yeah. Or they moved up this other kid, who was on JV Dark, who played quarterback and was, like, in my opinion, the best quarterback in Clear Lake football in the last.
With C?
Yeah, last name with the D.
Yep.
Probably the best quarterback we've had in the last 4 to 5 years.
But no.
I'd say the last 4 years, but he got moved to safety on his junior year.
Yeah, I remember him 8th grade year. They were the one, A team was the one who did the best, and he was a really good quarterback.
And they
fucked him. They fucked him hard.
I mean, he did really good at safety. He got a good amount of tackles. He got a few interceptions. We were all really happy for him, but I wish he was allowed to pursue the position that he was truly best at.
Yep.
And what would have served the team best. Sam Smith is a disgrace to the name of football, and I hope his name is forever remembered with hate and regret.
And Clear Lake is supposed to be like a really hard school to get in for a lot of teachers. I don't get how like they let him in. I don't see like does he have any other attributes to him? Like, wasn't he a teacher?
At some point, probably.
But I just feel like they could have done so much better.
I think part of it is that he had coached along with some other Clear Lake coaches before, like my dad's head coach, Coach Stewart. Sam Smith actually worked under him.
Oh.
And you think he would have learned something?
Nope.
No.
I just want my son to go to college.
I want my son to be an NFL quarterback. Sir, he looks like a twig, and
he had the talents there.
Either you're in the boat or you're out of the boat.
Yep.
He would say these really bad sayings. That,
what?
like it's either you're with us or you're not with us. Like he tried.
Obviously.
Like it just obvious statements. And then before one of our games, he tried to do that old there is like Duke Nukem reference, and Duke Nukem got him from somewhere else. Oh my god,
that says a lot about him already.
Like the we're only here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and you gotta leave your bubblegum in the locker.